Hello, word nerds. So it is time for some more roots. These are actually the last four that we're going to do before our quiz. And you can see that I've already glued it down. Right now I can kind of make the backs come together. And this is a very easy set to put on the page. There's only one set this week. All right, so the first word is trans, and trans is a word that means across, beyond, or change. So ABC. Across, beyond, or change. And so some words that could have the root for trans are translate. So if you are translating a language, you are changing it from one language to another, or you are going across languages to explain what somebody means. Ooh, trying to save my dinner from my cat. She's trying to sniff at it. We also have transport. And we know port means to carry, and trans means across, so that means carry across a distance. So you can transport boxes, you can transport lots of things. So that means to carry across a distance. And another word might be transform. So transform means you change from one state to another. So your form that you're in goes across one to another. So like transformers, they usually have one state and then they change into something else completely. So that is trans. Auto means self or same. I did a little line right here. Self or same. And usually most people apply self with auto. So like an autograph is writing your self name. So usually somebody writes their name specifically. An automobile, which is kind of an old school phrase. We don't use it too much. But that is something that, a vehicle that goes in motion by itself. So that would mean with an engine instead of like horses and buggies like it used to be. So it used to be the self part was because it has an engine inside of itself instead of horses driving it. And we also have this word called autonomy. Autonomy is what it looks like. And autonomy is when you are able to take care of yourself. So if you were trying to build your autonomy or be autonomous, that would mean that you would be able to study for your own tests without your parents helping you and do really well on them. That's just one example of that. All right, we have inter, I-N-T-E-R, which means between or among. So we have like international. We know that a nation is like a country. And if you're going international, that means you're going between countries or among countries. So if you have like an international conference, then we could have nations working between each other on things. I forgot an F. Okay, so this is the word interfere. This is an F that I added right here. So some of you that play sports, you might know the word interference. But if you interfere with something, you come between something. And so like an interference in sports would be like, okay, I'm probably going to embarrass myself trying this. But usually it means that you interrupt a play or a player or the ball. And if you interfere with somebody's business, then that means you kind of get in between them and their business. And then we also have interrupt. We know rupt means to break, and enter means between. So you break between words that somebody is saying, or you break between people that are talking. So that's between. All right, and last one is intra, with an RA at the end. Intra, which means inside or within. And the one I usually think of the most is intrapersonal. Because it's talking about like how you feel inside yourself. Really, a lot of these aren't very common words. Okay, I'll use two. Okay, this is a weird word. Intravenous. Okay, so the venous part has to do with like veins. And so this is actually a medical word. And then OUS means like full of, right? We remember that. So your veins are full of things inside of it. Usually that's medicine. So the inside is your veins. So inside your veins, it's usually medicine. And then we have intramurals, like intramural sports. And intramural sports are usually inside or within like a community club. So like if people were a part of a certain country club and then they start having a basketball team, they might have several basketball teams within their own group that they play each other. All right, guys, these are our roots. Make sure you start studying. Let's see, the last quiz we took. I would say it starts with tele, ab, dis, and neo. Jur, jud, mal, mit, miss, vite, vit, spec, and these. So these would be the ones that you're going to be studying. Bye, guys.